right. Good morning, everybody. It's Julie from Valley Soul in Huntsville, Alabama. And we just got back from the beach. We got some sun. We had beautiful weather. I love 30A. I feel like the secret has gotten out. This Instagram live is not helping the secret not get out. My husband was like, we need to not tell anyone else about this area, but certain parts have gotten crazy. Like there was a 7, thank goodness we didn't stay anywhere near Seaside because there was a 7 p.m. curfew for anybody 18 or under without an adult over 8, like a 20-something-year-old with them, because they said there were gangs of kids wandering around and being destructive and just like crazy. So I was very glad we weren't down at that side of 30A. But the weather was perfect. The beaches were beautiful. It was so nice just to get away. I introduced my whole family to Sequence. If you have not played Sequence, it is such a fun game. My husband was like, how have we been married for 15 years and you say that this is a game you played all the time growing up? And I've never even heard of it. I was like, it hasn't been on my radar, and it was in our rental house. And I went, oh my gosh, we have to play this. And immediately everybody was hooked. So if y'all are board game people, Sequence is so much fun. And it can be played like in groups of 3s, which is really unusual. So usually if we're playing a board game, it's like, oh, we don't have 4 people. You can play 2, 3, and so on. So a really great game for that. But anyways, we are back and we are excited. This is such a fun time of year because I feel like it's finally warming up. It finally feels like summer. You guys are finally like, I am only wearing sandals. I want just super comfortable, a little bit dressy. We get to hear about all the vacations, which is so much fun, outfitting you for your vacations. I know we're headed. My husband turns 40, and he'll probably not be thrilled with me for saying this on here, but he turns 40 in a couple weeks, and this is our 15-year anniversary month. So June is always, and Father's Day, June is always like a crazy celebration of Joey, which is a whole lot of fun. So we are headed to the Cayman Islands in a couple of weeks and really excited about that. So with that being said, whether you are headed on a vacation to a resort and want something dressy to wear out at night, or you are going to weddings, I know we went to a wedding a couple of weeks ago, and you're in that season of life where you have a million showers and a million weddings, and it's that time of year for you. That's what this collection is for. So this is our high-end dressy collection. We have some really beautiful, I think pretty much everything here is handmade, and really special, unique stuff. So first up is our favorite dress shoe line, Ayellett. If you did not get to make it in while she was here, you missed out. You need to go back and watch that live. It was such a fabulous day. Ayellett, a little bit of background, which I should have gotten her to join our live this morning, but a little bit of background. She has been in the shoe world her entire life. So her dad owns the Nayant factory in Israel, and she is the president of Nayant USA. So she's been in the comfort shoe world forever. She's grown up in it even longer than I have, and knows and understands how a shoe has to be put together in order for it to be comfortable all day. And then on top of that, she's gone and she has her degree. Okay, I need to write this down. It's from the London School of Footwear and Fashion Design. So in London, you can actually get a degree, I think even like a master's or a PhD in footwear design. So we're kind of like, if you think about the Fashion Institute in New York that a lot of people go to for clothing design, this is that, but for footwear, and it's in London. So she has her degree from there, and has always wanted and felt like there is a huge hole and a need in the marketplace for shoes that are not only beautiful and truly dressy, but that feel good. So she really set out on this passion project of wanting to marry those two things, marrying high-end comfort, dress, the best of the materials, the best factory in the world. And she partnered with a friend of hers, or a friend of her dad's that she's known again her whole life. His name is Carl. He owns a factory just outside of Milan. So it was one of the places that was on our list when we went to Milan that we needed to go visit, and we ran out of time. But it's just listening to Carl talk about the art of shoemaking is like amazing. You know, clearly that I have a passion for it. If I'm going to sit there and just be like, this is so interesting. Like, these are things I've never learned about before. Like talking about hand cutting memory foam, that if you hand slice it, that memory foam actually means that it remembers its shape. It remembers its thickness from before you cut it. So when you cut it, you have to cut it the right width so that when it goes into a shoe, that when it remembers its original shape, that it's not going to be too snug on the foot, but then it's also when it flattens out that it's not going to be too thin. So this actually has 4 different layers of memory foam in the forefoot. And then he talked about ironing the leathers so that, this is a canvas, but hold on. Here's the suede. So actually ironing a leather. So sealing the leather, smoothing the leather, that it has to be done by hand at a certain temperature so that all the pores and the natural material are sealed to make it naturally a little bit more water resistant. And then that it also is more pliable so that there's a certain age. Sorry, y'all, I don't mean to switch shoes on you. That there's a certain age, a certain kind of leather that you want that's going to be the most supple, so the softest, and also the most stretchy. So if you kind of look at here, see where my finger goes, it kind of pushes out with my fingers. So they're made to just fit like a glove. So those things put together have just really made the perfect dress shoe line that we are so excited to carry, that you guys have loved. I got the best text ever from one of our customers and friends, Kristen. She has several of them. She works in the defense world, and she went to DC, and she sent me a text of her in her pumps, and she said, Julie, this is the first time I've been asked to walk the DC mall unexpectedly and not wanted to murder someone because I'm in heels. And I was like, I can't ask for a better text that you don't want to murder someone because your feet are about to die, because inevitably, usually in that world, in this world, you're one of the only women. It's a bunch of men, and they're like, let's just walk over there, walk to the restaurant, and nobody let anybody know that you're going to need some comfortable shoes because you're about to be walking for a mile, and taken into account, oh, the woman in our group is in heels. These aren't really meant to be worn for miles. And so you end up walking and walking and walking. So for her to be able to walk the DC mall and not wanted to kill someone because her feet hurt so badly, I feel like that is the biggest compliment of all time. So one of the other things, just to add to the list, there are more, but usually in a heel, like a stiletto heel, there's a pin in it that goes from the ground up to the shoe, and the pin only goes partway up. So if you've ever been in a stiletto before and felt like you're wobbly, that's why. These actually, the pin goes from the ground all the way up to the shoe. So it's a very stable stiletto heel. So if you are somebody who's doing conferences, who's walking around a ton, who wants that extra stability so that you don't twist an ankle, this makes a huge difference. So this is the Ayellett line. This is in all of their shoes. They're square-toed, block heel, higher heel, still kitten heel. Again, I haven't got much sleep. So super, super comfortable. Really meant to be worn all day. So this one, we'll go over this first and we'll move back over to our kitten heel. But this is so fun. This comes in neutrals, but for spring, this pop of pink is just absolutely beautiful. Pink goes with so much, and it's such a fun way to dress up denim. It's such a fun way to dress up white, black, navy, brighter pops of color, browns. It's like a really, really great neutral. There's really not anything that this isn't going to go with other than your pale colors. So it's not going to go with like your pastels, like your muted blues, your muted pinks, but it's going to go with anything that's saturated and really pretty in a way to add pop to any of your summer outfits. So this is such a fun event shoe to throw on and go. Again, it has all that memory foam through here. You can kind of see, here, let me take the sticker off so you can see a little bit better. But so do you see when I push, do you, well, it's so hard to tell on the video, but when you push, the sole actually moves with your foot. So that makes a huge difference, that you have that movement versus feeling like you're walking on a cardboard, hard cardboard piece. This is actually rubber. So this is going to not only grip, but it's also going to move with your foot and hold on to your foot. The front is also staccato construction. So we've talked about staccato a lot lately as we talk about our handmade stuff, but the staccato construction is they make the inside of the shoe, they make the bag of the shoe that holds your foot first, and then they build the rest of the shoe around it. So the back of shoes, like this, they can't do in staccato. But how often do you get a shoe that moves like that looks like this? Never is the correct answer. So if you said never, bingo card, you win. There's nothing else that has that kind of bend that's going to be dressy. So really, really beautiful. I love the pink and I love the gold heel. The other cool thing, sorry, I could talk about these shoes all day, but this shape is really smart because from the side, it looks like a thin stiletto, but from the ground, you have a really great base that really holds you in place and provides a lot of lateral stability so that you don't feel like you're going to tip off your shoe. That's a minorly important detail. Let me have a sip of coffee and then we'll keep going. We came back from the beach with my middle child has had like a light virus. I guess there's maybe some things going around and I feel like it's just made all of us really tired. My 4-year-old was in my bed at, he was up at 11 and then he was in my bed at 4:30 and then I was up from 1 to 3. So if I'm not making sense today, that is why, but we'll do our best because it's a really fabulous collection. So I really want to do it justice. And y'all, I should not complain at all. We live these are like first world problems. I just got back from the beach, had a wonderful week. I just don't make a lot of sense when I don't have sleep. Okay. So I feel like it's the ultimate Monday back to work, right though? It's when you come back from vacation and then you go back. But this is like fun work. So again, not even like a real thing to complain about. Okay. So this is the Kitten heel. So it's a lower heel. This is my personal favorite. I know a lot of people will look at a Kitten heel and go like, I don't know if it's too old lady, or I feel like certain generations, only older ladies wore this height. This is no longer the case. Even when we were in Europe, there were 20-year-olds wearing Kitten heels with barrel wide leg cutoff jeans. Like this is definitely a really big trendy look with all ages. So don't feel like, well, the Kitten heel feels better, but I don't want to look like I'm an old lady. You will not. It's definitely a trend. It's in all the bigger cities right now. So really, really beautiful way to get a little bit of a height. Get that look, especially if you're wearing a longer pant. But they're just really, really pretty. So this is a good option if you're not used to a heel, but you're going to a wedding. You want to be a little bit dressier, not a little bit dressier, a lot dressier. If you want to really have a statement piece, this is a beautiful option. This slingback is also like my favorite thing ever. I have the narrowest heels. If anyone is going to pop out of a shoe, it's going to be me. I always say like, I test drive the shoes. If they don't feel good on me, I don't buy them. And that eliminates a whole lot of shoes because I have such skinny, bony heels that it's like, if anybody's going to rub a blister, I'm your girl that's going to rub a blister. I would be our most difficult customer ever. But the good news is I've gone ahead and picked out the shoes that feel good. So you've got a lot of boxes checked before they ever come into this store. So, but the slingback is a perfect solution because it makes it where you can adjust it to your heel. It's going to move with you. So if you're somebody who your gait is not very dainty, it's going to actually move with your foot. And then this still has that front staccato construction that's going to hold on. This is a furniture grade canvas. It is so beautiful. So if you think about like the Haley's furniture, shout out to Haley's, ads that it's like, dump your glass of red wine on your couch and just wipe it off. It'll be fine. That's what this is. Like, this is a really high-end, really beautiful furniture grade material. So it's going to stand up to the elements really, really well. And it is just so, so pretty and so well done. I also love it has pink and brown and green and purple, dark pink. Like it really has kind of all your colors in it, that even if you threw it on with black, that it's going to just add a little bit of color, some interest to your outfit. And it also has white in it. So really pretty as a white dress option. Like this would be so beautiful with at a wedding. Just if you're the bridesmaid or a guest or even the bride, it's just so beautiful and has that touch of floral to it. Okay, so those were our feature for Ayellett. I feel like I just talked about that for a really long time. Sorry about that. But we're going to move on to still part of our kind of wedding event collection into Homer. So this is the most casual of our collection. I just think this is such the perfect resort wear shoe, especially if you're somebody like me who moves into dresses in the summer. I love a dress. You can gain or lose 20 pounds and it still fits. It's when it's 95 degrees outside, like it's flowy and airy, and dresses are just perfect for summer. So these are so, so pretty with a dress, really pretty with jeans, really pretty with some crop pants. They kind of go with everything. This one in particular has the kind of cream leather with the gold. This is that hand woven. So really pretty. Love this square toe. It looks really good on the foot, and it gives you a little bit extra width without feeling like your feet are being pinched together. There's nothing worse than feeling like your toes are being moved in directions they shouldn't be. This is going to really stretch to fit your foot nicely. If you have a wider foot or you have a narrow foot, it'll kind of go out or in. That's the nice thing about this cross strap. And then the square toe box really gives you the right amount of width. So really cute, really comfortable, nice. You've got the Velcro adjustability in the back. So it's kind of like a slide, but with a back strap. So if you've been seeing and wanting a slide, but you feel like I'm going to be walking a lot, I'm going to be going up and down hills or cobblestones or stairs, I don't know if a slide is really going to be functional. This is a great option because it has that slide look, but with the back strap to help hold you in place. This is a Homer's. Homer's are handmade in Majorca. So if you're going to Majorca, you're going to be near their birthplace. So cute, so comfy. It also has a lot of forefoot padding, like where this cream part is. So it feels really good. Pure rubber outsole, so it doesn't weigh you down, and it's going to absorb shock really, really well. Okay, and then the next up from Homer's, and y'all love some Homer's. Like, we don't have a ton of sizes. Let me start there. So if you want them, it's definitely the sooner the better. Homer's is one of those brands, if you have one, you're going to end up with 5 because they feel so good and they're just so beautifully made, and you can feel the construction on them. So keep that in mind with Homer's. This one's really cool. This is a real cork. So frequently when you see a shoe like this, it is not real cork. It's a faux cork look. This is actual real cork. Has that rubber outsole added onto it, and then has the cushion through the footbed. They're just so pretty. So obviously platforms. This is a way, if you are more petite and you want a little bit of height, you're somebody that loves having a little bit extra height, this is a really cute option. Also really cute with shorts. If you're somebody who only wants to wear some sort of heel or wedge with a short, this is a really beautiful option. So we get that all the time. There are people who used to wear some of the cheaper wedge options that are like, those don't feel good anymore, or they've broken, or the leathers, and I'm ready for an upgrade because I realize how cute they look. This is perfect for that. So really, really pretty on the foot, really comfortable, feels like a flat, but you're up off the ground, and they're just such a beautiful shoe. This is one that you'll get stopped in the street and people go, what is that? They are so pretty. Okay. And then we have Soft Waves. So Soft Waves, you guys know them for their loafers with the tortoiseshell chain. That is what put them on the map. That is what they are known for. Family company out of Portugal. They're such a cool company, and such a great family. It's one of those, like, they have a passion for shoemaking the way that we have a passion for shoes. And so I always love, love, love talking to them, Marcelo at the shoe show, about how the shoes are made, what's up and coming, what kind of cool new materials that they found, and how they're combining materials. So they're always doing something new and fresh, even though there's that one that they're known for. So I love that about them, that they're not just like, well, we made one shoe and it did great, so we're just going to do that. No, they're like forever reinventing and wanting to push the envelope one more notch. And I love that about them. So this is one of their sandals, so lightweight. This is one of those you have to come in and feel. It weighs nothing. It is so cute on the foot. This is one I really wish I could get in my size in time for my trip, because this is so perfect for resort wear when you're doing a lot of walking, but you're in a flowy dress and you want something that looks really beautiful. This is a great option. This is, see this thickness? This is all cushion. So really fabulous cushion. This fits everybody because this is also cushioned. So there's 2 layers, your woven layer, your suede layer, and then a layer of cushion in the middle. So that cushion just allows your foot to sit exactly where you want it to sit. It hugs your foot beautifully. And this also has your neutrals and your black. So again, a great little, oh my gosh, how cute would this be with this dress? Y'all, how quickly can Marcelo make me a pair of these? It's just perfect. It goes with everything. It goes with neutrals. It goes with blacks. And then you have that kind of creamy outsole. So really, really pretty, not going to weigh your bag down. You can kind of squish these down. Obviously, the sole is thicker, but it's not heavy. So really, really great for travel and walking all day. And then to be able to wear out while you're traveling. And then obviously for events around town as well. Okay, we finally got a restock. This one we sold out of in the first week. And then they had to make us some more. So we finally got it back in. It's flying again. So if you want a size in this, you need to come like today. It is so pretty. We've done this construction before. It comes in boots, it comes in sandals, and it always sells, and people come back and go, I can wear that thing all day long. What else do you have in that bottom? Because it feels so good. So super comfy. Ton of cushion. You can kind of see in this one where the silver puffs up. Love that it has the wider sides on it, and then it kind of narrows out and does a little scallop in the middle. It just fits that forefoot area beautifully. This strap fits everyone well, and then the back strap you go in and out of. So if you're somebody who does not want Velcro, this is a non-Velcro shoe. It has that buckle, and I love this wooden decorative piece in the front. But this is when Hannah has a boot in this bottom, and she'll wear it for 8 hours in this concrete and still feel so good. So really, really comfy. Another one that's going to go with anything, another showstopper that's going to feel so good. So really, really pretty. Again, this one sells and sells and sells. So if you want this one before the next 4 to 6 weeks, it's a now or never kind of shoe. I will say shoe world's kind of long. I feel like retail in general, we're just now moving into summer mentally, at least personally I am. Maybe you guys have been doing this for a while. In the retail world, we're already starting to look at getting some early fall shipments in. So anything that you want, this is the best time to shop for sandals because we have the most selection that we're going to have for the rest of the year. So if you're still thinking like, I really need to go grab some new sandals, I need to get some, I've got these outfits coming up. I've got these trips or these events coming up. This is the best time to come in because this is the most that we're going to have for the rest of the year, as crazy as that sounds. So, and especially in Alabama, we've got June, July, August, September, October. We have 4 to 5 more months of wearing sandals here. So definitely go ahead and come in and grab them before we have moved into fall. I'm not ready for fall, but mentally, that's what we're preparing for. So also be thinking your 4th of July outfits, your any big summer trips, even back to school, all of those things for Birkenstock. This is the time to go ahead and grab them so that we actually have your size or can get it in time for those things. Okay. And then speaking of 4th of July, this is the perfect 4th of July shoe. Look how fun this sandal is. Okay. This is a 4Cs. If you have tried this shoe on, you know how stupidly comfortable it is. This is always the one people pick up and go, oh, look how fun that back is. It's a mirror. I feel like I need to Windex it. Hold on. This is the mirror. It is so stinking cute on the foot. So when you're walking, like just imagine like shooting sunshine rays at people behind you. They're so, so cute. But it has the blue and the white. So really, really pretty for spring, summer events. And again, you can wear it all the way through September. It has so much cushion and so much arch support in it, and looks like it is on a scale of 1 to 10. It looks like it's a 0% comfortable. It's a 10. It is so comfy. So this grippy through here really makes it so you're not going to bust your tail. This grippy through here, same thing. We are not about to let you guys go out there and embarrass yourselves. So this is going to grip the ground, be so, so comfy. And then, hold on, let me open it up so you can see the arch support in here. Okay. Oh, you can't really see it. Okay, so this right here is what they're calling a diamond arch support. So it's going to have your metatarsal up here, your medial through here, and then a ton of heel cush through here. So comfy. That metatarsal head padding is so nice. It really evenly distributes your weight throughout the shoe. So beautiful. Again, it's one of those that it looks like a slide, but then you've got the back strap to hold you in place. And I love the back strap has that touch of blue. So this is one of those really pretty, obviously with denim, pretty with black, white, brighter colors. It's one of those go with absolutely anything. And it has your light and your dark blue in here. So that also opens up what it goes with. So cute from 4Cs. And there's a black version with straps on it as well if you need a black. So that is our Polished and Poised collection. I'm trying to think what else we have coming up. Do we have anything else coming up that I need to talk about? All right. We still have our 20% off, last one left sale. That stuff's about to move into the sale room and be marked just like a regular sale price. Or put back in stock because it's all current stock. It's just, remember how we talked about we're moving into fall. There's a lot of stuff that's like, okay, if we don't have another shipment coming, we just go ahead and move it into the sale room, but it's such good stuff in its current season. It just, if we have 138 left in it, it doesn't make sense for us to put it on the wall and for you to go, do you have this in a 40? It's like, no, we just have a 38. So that's the only reason that stuff is marked down. It's some of our best-selling stuff. I think that's everything. If you have any questions and you have any trips coming up, I should say this because personally, this is too much information, but I'm going to share it with you anyways. I have been looking for more dresses and more vacation outfits. And if somebody messaged me and was like, hey, here's a collection for you to take on your trip, I would just be like, sold. Because you know what I don't have time to do is go shop for swimsuits and dresses and it's summer, so to take all my kids shopping with me is just not going to happen. So if you are in the same situation with shoes, just send us a message and be like, hey, I'm going here. Here are my outfits that I'm thinking about taking. What do you have? I need to be able to walk all day. I'm going to be on cobblestones. I'm going to be on the beach. Send us those messages. We love putting together vacation collections for you and trying to make your life easier. And of course, we can have everything pulled before you come in. So it makes it so much easier where it's just like, you can go, I like this. We'll grab your size. It's an in and out thing versus feeling like, oh my gosh, when do I have a day between now and my trip to go shop? We would love to do all the hard work for you so that your life is a little bit easier. Even if it's a work trip like this collection or a wedding or you're traveling for a wedding, we would love to be able to put something together for you. And I think that's everything. But if you have any questions, feel free to send us a message. And these are shoes that you'll be able to go and do and feel good and not be looking for a table, so that you can actually enjoy what you're doing. So as always, thank you so much for shopping with us. We are here 10 to 6 Monday through Saturday, and hopefully I kind of made sense on this live. So y'all have a great day. Bye guys.